I got something that will either motivate you or kick you in the pants. As of January 1st, 2026, there are now 194,722 TSP millionaires. That's right, nearly 200,000 federal employees and service members who have cracked the seven-figure mark in their retirement accounts. And you know what? That number has been climbing like crazy. Back in March 2020, we only had 27,212 TSP millionaires. 6 years later, we've got more than 7 times that number. Now, let me give you some context here because the growth has been absolutely wild. In June 2020, the number jumped to 45,219 TSP millionaires. And by December that same year, 75,420. Then we hit 98,879 by June 2021. A year later, the market took a beating, if you remember that, in 2022. The count actually just dropped to 72,241 by June 2022 because stocks got hammered. But here's the thing. The people who stayed the course, they're the ones sitting pretty right now. By December 2023, we were back up to 116,827 TSP millionaires. March 2024 brought us 134,932. And by September 2025, we hit 189,836. Then December 2025 closed at 194,722. And that's a 2.6% increase just in the last quarter of 2025 alone. And get this, the largest single TSP account as of year-end 2025, it is $9.96 million. Someone out there that has almost 10 million bucks in their TSP. And I'm sure it has already surpassed that $10 million mark. And on average, TSP millionaires have had their accounts open for at least 27.8 years. And that's it. Not 40 years, just under 28 years. And there are about 136,594 people sitting between $750,000 and $999,999 right now and knocking on the door for $1 million. And another 267,000 people have between $500,000 and $750,000. So let's talk about what actually happened in 2025 that pushed so many people into millionaire status. The TSP closed the year with $1.073 trillion in total assets, and stock gains made the whole thing more aggressive. The C fund, which tracks the S&P 500, went from $348.1 billion at the end of 2024 to $375.9 billion by the end of 2025. In percentage terms, it now makes up 35% of all TSP investments. The S fund, which is small and mid-cap stocks, grew to $92.8 billion. And as for the L Income Fund, it returned 9.36% in 2025. The L 2030 Fund returned 15.17%, L 2040 at 17.31%, L 2050 at 19.07%, and the aggressive ones like L 2055, 2060, and 2065 and 2070 all came in around 21.87% to 21.89%. These funds with later target dates hold more stocks, and in a good year like 2025, they absolutely shine. But here's what really gets me. The G fund, which is the safest, most conservative option, stayed basically flat. It went from $240 billion to $240.5 billion over 3 years. In percentage terms, it actually dropped from 33.1% to 22.4% of total TSP assets. People are getting braver, moving money into stocks, and it's paying off. The F fund, which is bonds, grew from $19.5 billion to $23.3 billion, but it also dropped in percentage terms from 2.7% to 2.2%. Meanwhile, the L funds collectively grew from $166 billion to $282.6 billion. And if you want to talk about high performance, the I fund absolutely crushed it with a 32.45% gain for the year. And that's the third straight strong year for TSP stock funds. And the I fund led the pack all 3 years. And this thing has been on an absolute tear. It tracks all the world's stocks except for those in the US, China, and Hong Kong. And basically, it's all international stocks outside of the US and China and Hong Kong. And the gain was driven by higher growth overseas and currency effects that boosted dollar-based returns. While everyone was obsessing over the S&P 500 or the C fund and domestic stocks, international markets were quietly putting up monster numbers. And here's the thing. The I fund only makes up 5.3% of total TSP investments. Now, here's where I get to share something with you from my own experience. And because I've personally had conversations with some of my clients who are TSP millionaires. And you know what they all share? A very similar story. They did not get lucky. They did not time the market perfectly. They did not have some secret insider strategy. What they did was just contribute consistently, invest somewhat aggressively, and ride out the ups and downs. And speaking of which, there's this great article from Abraham Grungold, I think that's how you pronounce it, who is a retired federal employee and a TSP multimillionaire for over 38 years. He says something that stuck with me. He said TSP millionaires stay up to date with the plan's changes and they read the literature, they avoid the financial hype, and most importantly, they ignore the downfalls in the market and ride the TSP roller coaster through every high and every dip. And I can't help but agree with him when he talks about where people go wrong. Too many people are on Facebook groups asking random strangers for financial advice. And I'm not saying everyone on Facebook or other social media platforms is completely clueless, but you would not take medical advice from your cousin's friend who once watched a YouTube video about knee surgery, would you? Why would you trust your retirement to someone who does not even know your situation? And he makes the point that if you're going to ask someone for financial advice about your TSP, they better be either a federal employee who's also a TSP millionaire or a financial advisor with specific TSP knowledge who's not trying to sell you insurance or annuities. And I would add to that, make sure they're a fiduciary or someone who's legally required to put your interests first. Now, let's get practical. Let's talk about how long it actually takes to hit $1 million based on different contribution rates. And let's say you're making $80,000 a year and your income goes up by 2% annually to keep pace with inflation and cost of living adjustments or COLA. You contribute 15% of your salary and your employer matches 5%. So you've got a total of 20% going into your TSP each year. Assuming an average annual return of about 8%, which is a conservative estimate based on the long-term historical performance of the TSP stock funds, here's how the numbers begin to unfold over time. In the first 10 years, your account would grow to about $281,000. That's a solid result and a strong foundation, even if it doesn't feel life-changing just yet. But the 20-year mark, your balance climbs to approximately $904,000. Now you're getting close, knocking on the door of 7 figures. This is where momentum becomes unmistakable and you start to see how compounding accelerates as time goes on. And fast forward 30 years and the picture changes dramatically. Your account reaches roughly $2.3 million. And at this point, the growth isn't coming primarily from new contributions, but from the returns generated by your existing balance. And this is the power of time and consistency working together, turning steady, disciplined investing into meaningful long-term wealth. But let's say you're making $100,000 a year instead, and your income goes up by the same 2% annually. You're contributing 20% of your salary and your employer matches 5%, giving you a total of 25% going in each year and same 8% average annual return assumption. And in 10 years, you would have about $395,000. And fast forward to 20 years, and you will be sitting at approximately $1.3 million. And at that point, you've officially crossed into millionaire status, not because of luck or risky bets, but because you stay disciplined and let compounding do what it does best. Now, look ahead to 30 years. Your balance grows to around $3.3 million. And this is where the picture truly changes. You're no longer just covering expenses or feeling financially secure. You're operating from a position of real wealth, and your money is working harder than you are. And it buys you flexibility, choices, and peace of mind. You can retire comfortably, travel freely, help family, support causes you care about, or simply enjoy life without financial pressure. But here's the thing that a lot of people don't think about. If you make a career out of federal service or military service, your first pension, military pension, or Social Security pension can effectively become your financial floor. That guaranteed income is designed to cover your essential living expenses and the basics you need to live comfortably and securely. Your mortgage or rent, utilities, groceries, insurance, and other non-negotiable expenses are handled before you ever touch your investments. And that changes everything because now your TSP is not responsible for keeping the lights on. It becomes the gravy. It's the money that gave you options and freedom. It is what lets you travel without stress, spoil the grandkids, and help family when it matters. Buy the boat, the RV, or finally take that dream trip you've been putting off for many years. When your core expenses are covered by predictable lifetime income, your TSP can be invested and used more strategically. You're not withdrawing out of fear. You're withdrawing by choice. But what can you do if you're just starting out? The first rule is simple. Never leave free money on the table. Start by contributing at least 5% of your pay to get the full 5% employer match. That is an immediate 100% return on your money before the market even moves. From there, aim to slowly build your contribution rate. Move from 5% to 10%, then 15%, then 20% until you can eventually max it out at the annual TSP contribution limit. And remember, the earlier you invest, the more you will have in retirement because you're giving compound interest more time to work its magic. So if you're watching this, it is entirely possible to become a TSP millionaire. The tools are already in your hands. Increase your contribution rate if you can. Max out your contributions if possible, especially if you're 50 or older and can use catch-up contributions. Now, this one is easier said than done, but leave it alone. Don't check it every day. Don't freak out when the market drops. Just let time and compound interest do their thing. I'm watching what the people who have successfully built wealth in the TSP have done. And I'm telling you what works. You've got one of the best retirement systems in the world available to you. Use it. Future you will be sitting on a beach somewhere, sipping something with an umbrella in it and not worrying about money anymore. That's the goal. Bottom line, it is not reserved for a lucky few. It's a milestone that is within your reach. But ultimately, it's really up to you to take that first step and stay disciplined. And this has been another piece of a video, and we got a lot out of it.